That to me is what Unstoppable is all about. Is that the one? What's happening?
We're doing our rebrand presentation.
Oh, about f***ing time. I saw that in my diary and I was like, about f***ing time. Am I coming in? This is going to be Instagram worthy. Alright, Instagram, so I'm here with my girls.
Hey!
Oh wow, who's that? Who's that sexy man up there? Rebrand. Is this the rebrand proposal?
It is.
Here we go.
About f***ing time. He's hot. He's hot.
No one's seen that photo of you either.
Wow, I've never seen that photo of me. Is there any reason why no one else is in here? Like, is it just...
There's no reason. We can
Okay.
invite everyone in if you want.
You've been invited.
Yeah, I want you guys in on this, like, because I want to bounce. I want to... you can sit. I want to sit up here.
Oh, I sit next to him and then he moves.
That's welcome to my world.
Lovely.
You can come sit...
Can I quickly go to the bathroom?
See, I sit and then they run. See?
So how many times in a year do you think you're asked, what do you do for a living?
140.
People run into strangers at the supermarket, on a plane, at gatherings out and about, and it's probably easy to assume that you get asked that at least once a month. So if we look at a team of 40 people and we assume that they all get asked this question once a month, that's 480 opportunities to get our message out right of who we are and what we do. And we did do a little survey to see what everybody thought we were.
Who did you survey?
25 people in the team.
Like, in terms of what we do?
Yeah, what do we do?
This is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome.
So we're motivational speaker, helps business owners, helps people, speaker, author, coach,
I haven't even read a book.
business educator, business growth specialist. So as you can see, it's just very important that we define who we are and what we do and really communicate it clearly to our team and our marketplace so we can be a
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
You guys suck. What did you say, Lana? I think we need some performance reviews done. I want to, clearly there's a lot of work that's gone into that, so I applaud the amount of work and everything that's gone into it. I think the most important decision from here is identity, like really getting the brand. And I'd love just to get, before I wheel out my, what I reckon about the brands, I'd just love to hear everyone's input. But does that represent our brand? Like, this is what to me is kind of surprising. I'm just going to speak because everyone seems to be kind of like hedging and like saying little bits and pieces. The visual representations. I don't look at any one of those lines and go, yeah, that represents everything that you've just. Because it's almost like you've painted this great narrative and then you show me this. I'm like, man, there's a massive disconnect. Like you've got the story is so congruent, but then you show me this and I'm like, nah, man, I don't see it. I don't. And I'm like, this one I like the most. Out of all of them.
But I think it does need to...
But you just don't know. It's like if the Kerwin Ray wasn't there, you wouldn't know it as me, and it's pointing past, not future, which I'm not sure what the feng shui says on that. But
Well, these are just initial developments.
I know. But I guess you made a really good point. You know, Apple has an apple. And Nike has a tick, but in both of those scenarios, Virgin has the V. But in all three of those scenarios, it's not a personnel brand. Whereas if you look at the biggest personal brands on the planet, Oprah Winfrey, it's an O. You've got Donald Trump, it's Trump, it's a T. You've got who's another big personal brand, Tony Robbins. His brand is Tony Robbins. Yeah, it's the simplicity. It's the simplicity. It's just the name. Yeah, let's just do whatever it takes just to move it forward faster. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you. That's amazing. That was awesome. But it all makes sense. I think it was great. All great outcome. But little equal parts exciting, small dash of frustrating. But everyone's doing their best. You like it?
Yeah,
Do you really like it?
I do.
Okay.
Do you?
I do. I like it a lot. The only thing I would have done differently on that trailer is I would have put more influencer shots in there. So all the people that are they're just the people who are known. Just listening to that, the podcast actually sounds really good.
It's gonna be
I'm so excited.
Is it a good podcast?
It's amazing. I've learned so much.
Wow.
The girls were frothing after going
No,
through
like-
to
Really?
the lineup. They were like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" And Jess,
It's amazing.
Jess has been like, "I love my job. I get to learn from all
I know. I've had a
of
really
people."
good few weeks.
You're welcome. Oh, this is going to be a good podcast. So we're doing a one-day pre-launch. Okay. The reason I asked and the reason I'm pushing is pre-launch, pre-pre. Like to me, it's a strategy. So like when you think about an Apple pre-launch, what do you think about?
So just dropping hints, dropping secrets.
In Gizmodo, we've just someone's just leaked a fucking blueprint and the back cover, the camera looks like this. Like that's, and they do like 12 months of pre little drops. And then, do you know what their pre-launch is?
Just a trailer. Did they drop a trailer?
No, they don't even drop a trailer. The Steve Jobs stands on stage and goes, "Hey guys, let me show you what's coming next season. Next fall, we're releasing the new fucking iPhone 23. Let me show you what it does." So that's the pre-launch. And then it's like the pre-launch, and then the launch is 6 months later. The fucking phone drops in a store, and they've had people lining up for 3 days to get one. Because they create what's called a mind virus. And the mind virus is where you occupy time and space in someone's head for an extended periods of time, and it builds this intrigue over time. Like, what is it? What the fuck are they doing? What is it? What they're doing? And I'm going to say leave it, but you just don't do that in a 24-hour period. What I'm pushing for is for you guys to understand launch strategy, because my feeling is as a team, we don't understand launch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to me, the launch is how do we drop little hints and little clues? And by the way, we've been doing pre-pre with everything that we've been doing. But with this, it's like, how do we drop it so that there's, as I said, I don't want to change it. I'm just trying to build everyone some launch muscles.
Like, what is Unstoppable about? You have a slight remembrance.
Okay, shh, all right. Okay, so to me, Unstoppable is about being the very best version of yourself. It's about becoming a better parent. It's about becoming a better businessman, entrepreneur, even a better athlete. You know, for me, fundamentally, Unstoppable is learning how to become just a better human being, better at the things that we need to become great at in order to become the person that we've always wanted. That, to me, is what Unstoppable is all about. Is that the one?
That was the one.
All right.
That's better.
Okay.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. We did it.
It's a T-Rex wrap. Honestly, you know, the crazy thing is when we first started filming the podcast, I was like super excited, and then it became almost numb to it. And now that I've gone back and re-listened to some of it, I'm like, wow, this is wow.